Alright, welcome to the channel and welcome to another video. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and I was just busy with a FSEconomy flight into the northeast of South Africa, and basically we're nearing our destination and this is what we are faced with at the moment. So this looks pretty terrifying. However, we're going to see if we can make it in. We're going to a small little airport, Sappi Airport. Sappi is a forestry company in South Africa, and this is one of their little airports on one of their properties. So that's where we're going today, but I am expecting we're going to get icing as soon as we go into this. So let's... The terrain elevation is around 4,500 feet here, so I think if we stick to 6.5 we should be alright. Yep, there's the ice instant. Okay, so let's quickly see if we can rescue ourselves here. Pitot heat and properly ice on. I'm probably going to have to ditch the autopilot to be able to deal with this. Yeah, our airspeed is back, which means our pitot heat is working. Give ourselves more of a descent here just so we can get down out of the ice. Now in real life there's absolutely no way I would have flown anywhere near this storm system, but in the sim we're gonna see if we can make it. Now the next issue is the strip that we're landing on. Like I said, it's just a small strip on a forestry plantation, so there's no ILS. I'm not even sure if it has runway lights, so the visibility is bad there. We are going to have an issue, so let's go to our nearest airport and see if we have to divert. Where are we gonna go? Nelspruit is also a small field, and so is Ladenburg. I don't know these other ones. These are all small fields. So it looks like it's probably going to be Kruger and Mpumalanga Airport that we're going to go into. That one at least, I believe, has an ILS which we can use if the visibility is bad. Yeah, so the autopilot's managing to hold us okay. I mean, we do have some serious icing building up, and like I said, if this was happening in real life I would be absolutely terrified at this point. We're about 3 minutes away from the Sappi field. And I do know that the runway kind of follows the river, so I think what we should do is come in from this side, like so. I don't know if... I don't think we're going to be able to see anything, and this is proper bad. The highest point is over there, so I know the Sappi field is at the base of this mountain, and that's the highest point there. So I think if we stick obviously to the river, we'll be in the lowest point of the valley, so it doesn't look too bad in terms of elevation in front of us. The river runs down this side and the field's on the other side of that little peak, so I think let's steer down and follow the river like that. So let's go and set our heading indicator. let's head towards that valley with the little river in it. Still can see absolutely nothing outside, and besides the ice we can tell that it's just proper cloudy because our landing lights there are illuminating the cloud. But even without the ice we wouldn't be able to see anything. It does look to me as if the ice is melting off the wings a bit. What's our temperature? Our temperature is now exactly 8 degrees, so we should see the ice starting to melt off. Which it does look like it's doing. I don't know, that gap looks like it's slightly bigger to me. Little break in the clouds there, but it just looks like more clouds below, and we're back into the soup again. Okay, it looks like it's opening up ahead. So we're kind of breaking out of these high level clouds now, but still low level. Looks pretty thick down there. I don't know how much viz we're going to have at the field. The ice definitely appears to be melting now. That little patch on the wing is completely gone, and this on the windshield is definitely opening up. So we should be alright for now in terms of ice. And it just looks like another huge storm cell up ahead. Let's steer a little bit more to the left, see if we can get around that cell. So the airfield is actually now to our right, but we're still quite high, so I think what I'm going to do is orbit here to the left and see if we can get in down through there. Oh, I hate it when that happens. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit of viz as we go. I'm hoping we can break through this cloud layer below us and actually get some visibility in that valley. Once again, this is crazy dangerous, but it is a sim after all. So we're going along this high ridge here, and now we're into the soup again. So I want to come into the valley on our left hand side here, where this river is. Come down the valley following the river. Hopefully we get a bit of visibility below these clouds. I'm going to slow my rate of descent now. No rain at the moment, it seems, but very dense cloud. And I mean, if we didn't have the glass cockpit here with this synthetic display, we could be flying into anything right now. So even in the sim, if I didn't have the synthetic display, I wouldn't have tried this. Because it would be a real shame to end a 3-hour FSEconomy flight by flying into the side of the mountain. Okay, so airfield elevation is 3,000. So now that we're in the valley, let's bring ourselves down to 4.5. No sign at all of us breaking through this cloud. Is it just me, or can I start to see the ground? I can just start to see the ground through the clouds there. So maybe we have a chance after all. It feels like we're just starting to break through now. Let's come off the autopilot and let's follow this valley in. We go flaps 1. Look at that. There's the airfield there. So our visibility is going to be perfect. Well, I don't know about perfect, but we'll be able... No, we can see perfectly fine now. We're out the bottom of the clouds. Yeah, let's go gear down, start slowing ourselves down. So we're still a little bit high. So I think we'll put in the final stage of flaps as well. And just bring ourselves... The apron's actually on this side of the runway. So we're going to have to land and taxi back. But I'm just glad we can actually get into the runway in these conditions. Could have been a lot worse. So just keeping the speed between 75 and 80 knots on the approach. We are full flaps and we are gear down 3 green. There's still no rain, just a very dense cloud, relatively low today. And of course lightning, because everywhere there's clouds, in flights in 2020, there will be lightning. And we're into runway 27. We can cut the power. Slight tailwind. Alright, so we just taxi into the ramp and complete our FSEconomy trip. I've actually just been ferrying this aircraft all the way from Tunisia down into South Africa. I bought it up in Tunisia, ferried it down to South Africa, and we'll be flying it around this area of the low veldt, around the Kruger National Park area, which is where my FBOs are, and we'll be using it to ferry passengers to the various game lodges, etc. in this area. Whoa, Mr. Fuel Truck. Don't cut in front of me like that. Very rude, sir. And you're gonna do it again. Alright, well, we're gonna pull up here. Right next to this dude. And there we have it, safely into the Sappy airfield. We can actually turn off strobes and our landing lights. And we can shut down. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video again soon.